Here are a bunch of things that were invented by women, but men took credit for. Malia Marek is the founder of the theory of relativity, but she was also the wife of Albert Einstein, who got the credit for it. Heidi Lamar is the one who invented the technology for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but she only got taken seriously when she started working with George Antheil.
At my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow.
My hot take is the bare minimum is only bare minimum when you're not getting it. Because when you are consistently getting the bare minimum, it is very meaningful. And this is why I am actually a proponent of thanking that dog for barking and thanking that for swimming. Because a thank you goes a very long way for someone who is consistently showing up and doing their part without you having to ask. And simple acknowledgement goes a very long way, because it's the small things that partners, especially in romantic relationships, do, but any relationship, but it's the small things that you consistently do that you feel like aren't appreciated, that turns you off, that even big things can't they can't be received the same, right? So again, thank that dog for barking. Thank that for swimming, because it goes a very long way. It does.
But there's nothing to grasp, so I let go. I think I finally had enough. I think you're full of shit.
Somebody tell me why I have a beautiful house, warm, cozy, and yet this is where my husband is.
Because it's your house, right? Not you and your husband's house. That's why he's out there, because the garage is most likely the only place where he has a say-so in anything. I bet you anything it's the only place that he's been able to decorate himself. It's been the only place where he's been able to decide on furniture. It's probably the only place where he can watch the sports that he wants to watch on his TV. It's probably the only place in his house where he can actually just sit down and relax without being told what he needs to do next. I bet you anything he could even fall asleep. He could close his eyes and take like a 15-minute nap without getting yelled at. It's probably the only place where he can actually feel at peace, even though he's in this foldable chair that's probably not that comfortable, but he has the dog on his lap, so that helps keep him warm. That's why, ladies, that's why he's looking for solitude. He's looking for his own place where he can find peace, even if it's just briefly, because remember, the rest of the place is your house, not his.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Not to be rude or anything, but when I hear a woman talk about her ex and she says, he'll never find anyone like me, I can't help but think, yeah, you're his ex. Him not finding someone like you is sort of the point, don't you think?
Oh, so that's it? You put up another boundary, and I'm just supposed to smile? Do you even hear yourself, Ethan? Your boundaries make me feel unloved. I feel so restricted.
Feeling restricted is not the same as being unloved.
No, don't do that. Don't stand there all calm and turn this into philosophy. Love is supposed to feel open, warm, and safe. Not shut out, not managed.
A locked door is not rejection, Maya. It is how a home stays safe.
Safe from what? Me? Wow, amazing. So now I'm the danger?
Boundaries protect the space where love lives. Without them, peace gets replaced by intrusion.
Intrusion? I'm trying to get closer to you.
Closeness without respect becomes pressure.
You make everything sound so cold.
No, clear.
So that's your answer?
My limits are not attacks. Love without boundaries does not become stronger. It becomes unstable. Respect is not proven by how much pressure you can survive. It is proven by how much peace two people can protect. Any connection that treats your limits like betrayal is not asking for love. It is asking for access. And access without discipline always turns costly.
You're mad because you don't want to provide to a woman, or you can't provide to a woman, so you're mad that other men are doing it and making you look bad in a way. Like, I'm sorry, but it's literally the men that want to be treated like princesses that are the ones saying this kind of stuff.
I just got home from a date and waited a few hours, and this man literally did not even tell me goodnight. No goodnight text. Not even did you get home safe text. Biggest red flag ever. Do not come near me again. Do not come near me, because I do not need a man that doesn't care about my well-being and doesn't want to make sure that I go to sleep okay. So he's blocked. On to the next. And let me tell you something. I gave my all. I gave my all. And this was not our first date. This was our second. Now, We went out to a really nice restaurant. We went to go see a movie. And then I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling this man. I'm feeling him. So guess what I did? I popped a spicy cube and let this man have the ride of his freaking life. Okay, the ride of it. So much so that we went 2 to 3 rounds, y'all. Okay? I had that man drooling. Okay, so I thought at the very least, I could at least get a good night text. Like, what is going on? What kind of mothers are raising their men to be this way? Don't ever let me have a son. Don't let me because listen, the way I'm gonna raise this boy, I'm gonna raise him as a freaking prince that treats women just like gold, that worships the ground that they walk on. And then I will have done my deed to contribute to society, because what the
I just realized a huge difference between men and women, and that is that women can be right and just be right. She can just stand by it. But a man, if he's right, he needs to figure out a way how to be right without hurting her feelings.
Most men in relationships have nobody to talk to. Got 2 claps. Ladies, the man you with got the answer to your test, but does he, listen, you hate liars, but is there enough space in your life for this man to tell you how he really feels? See? You saw how he said it, he built, he's like, yeah. You saw that? Yeah. Because hear me out, men get taught first of all, don't nobody want to hear no man speak the truth. Ladies, when a good man speak, the world heals, but don't nobody want to hear a man speak. Ain't no feelings conference for men. Ain't no men with feelings brunch where men get to share how they, don't nobody care. And men, right, and men get taught the man up conference. Men get taught at a very early age, there's no reward for being honest with women we care about. Starting with our mama. See? Just 2 claps in the whole room. All right, y'all scared of y'all girl, whatever. For real, men get taught at a very, not one man in here has ever told a woman the truth and wound up in a better situation ever. Ever. And if I have, raise your hand. You deserve to be in the museum. She spoke on his behalf. Shut up. He right here. I let him speak.
Can someone please tell me why I literally paid to go on dates with men tonight and I didn't get to date a single man?
Because most men are either chilling at home, working, or maybe ignoring people. They are definitely not signing up for a speed dating event that they have to pay for and sit through with a bunch of women that they're not interested in.
And watching my streaming channels and eating snacks and just hanging out, helping yourself in my fridge. Drank my last beer. I had one little beer in the fridge, just one. It'd been there for, I don't know, a few days, a week, month, hell, who knows. But went, got in the fridge, opened that beer and told me, you're out of beer. When he had said it earlier in the day, I didn't say it. I just thought, who in the F is he talking to? I'm out of beer. Like I was supposed to. I'd had all the acting polite that I could take, and I just let him have it. I said, you're rude. You don't have any dating etiquette. You don't have any house manners, and you don't. He said, well, I've got a good job, and what does that got to do with me? I got a good job too. Was that? You have a job? That's what you got to offer, fool. Do you see this beautiful home and all these pretty things in it? Guess who provides them? Me. I got a job. Get the out of my house. Go home. Y'all, I'm going to be single forever. I'm just sure of it. Y'all that are married, keep in mind all the good ones are married. Y'all take good care of them, okay? Congratulations. Take good care of them. But we who threw some out, we should not have thrown them out with the trash. No. We should have taken them down to the garbage incinerator and tossed them in there so that our counterparts wouldn't have to be doing this in the dating pool. I'm going to be single forever. It's a good thing I like myself. It's a good thing I enjoy my own company, because I'm going to be single forever.
And it's funny how In a lot of these situations, you listen to these modern women talk about what they're going to do to a man, how they're going to divorce a man, and all that other nonsense. And you give it time. And it's funny how the roles flipped, right? In a lot of these situations, women, solely women, used to be the ones with all the options, turning men down left and right, doing whatever stupid stuff they want to do. And now men have the option to be selective. And modern women don't know how to handle it. Modern women are not used to being on this side of the coin. Well, welcome to what men have been dealing with for decades. Don't feel good, do it?
How tall are you?
5'7"3/4".
What size dress do you wear?
4.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed in?
137.
If you had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, face only, no hair extensions, your natural hair, your natural face, what would you give yourself?
Interesting. 8.
Nope.
No?
No. Beyonce's an 8. Kelly Rowland's a 9. You give yourself Beyonce looks?
Based off of what men have told me, they have said I'm a 9. You probably,
I saw you pop up. I saw you pop up.
Yeah, I just came from the gym, so I look rough.
Beauty is beauty. I'm an image consultant.
Okay.
I'm not here to hurt feelings, but it's just not, no.
It's literally crazy that
some people are just too far gone to be saved. Views Christians advised.
Women have created an entire multi-million-dollar industry on the way they want to be yearned for, and men still can't figure it out. We have thousands, hundreds of thousands of romance novels, all written with almost the same story outline of how a woman wants to be yearned for, yet men still can't figure it out. Men still can't figure it out. We have the whole entire Bridgerton franchise. For them, it's like a wiki of how to yearn for a woman, and they still can't fucking figure it out. Oh my God.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm sorry to tell you, but your brain is fried, and here's what I mean. The same thing that corn does to a man's brain is the same thing those romance novels do to women's brains. It creates the perception that the dopamine high that you're receiving while reading those books is what's supposed to be happening in your everyday life, which in turn creates a wedge between us and normal human interactions. Our brains are now telling us that normal interaction with that other human is no longer good enough. We need something a bit more intense. And for a lot of us, we completely forget that these are performances. They are designed to entertain. They are not how normal people live every single day. And so in turn, that high you're chasing is a unicorn. You're never gonna catch it. That's why you're online complaining right now. Your brain is fried. You're gonna have to figure out a way to reverse engineer all the receptors in your brain to be able to interact with humans at a normal pace, especially from a romantic standpoint. And as long as you keep reading those books, it's gonna become more and more difficult to satisfy you. Because instead of appreciating what the person actually is right in front of you, you're thinking what they should be, completely disregarding the fact that you are comparing them to a fictional character in a book. Because if we're playing devil's advocate here, 90+% of women cannot compete with cornstarch from a standpoint. And we've already seen the negative effects of what those videos do to men and how they perceive between them and a woman. I'm sure we could all agree, if men took those standards from those videos and tried to apply it to your everyday average working woman, that would not be fair. That is truly not a standard that the average woman can meet. That's just the reality of it. Those books are exactly the same. They're you up. Stop reading them. But you know what? I know you ain't gonna listen to me because not only am I a normal guy, I also saw the look in your eyes at the beginning of the video. You're done for. Y'all keep the change.
Hey, have men ever thought about telling you how they feel while it's happening? You know you guys can do that, right?
They know. But the problem with that is that in many cases, men are running the risk of some of those women thinking that they're just too emotional, and then they just start getting the ick. Or, worst case scenario, a lot of those women might just discount their feelings altogether.
Like if you're having a feeling like in the moment, you can just say it. You can tell me. You can tell me.
Yeah, they could. But a lot of them don't think it's worth the risk of it being used against them in the future.
You don't have to wait until you break up with me and you spiral on something that, you know, maybe could have been resolved or at least alluded to earlier on. We could have... Like, do you know you can do that?
That pause right there was very telling. We could have what? Worked on it? Talked it through? And that's why a lot of men don't discuss their feelings in the moment. Because, honestly, it looks like one wouldn't even know what to do if they did.
If women are drafted to the military, I am most excited to see the confrontation between commanding officers and the girls.
between commanding officers and the girls? Oh dear.
Think we're gonna let you yell at us? You think we're gonna do something without a please and thank you?
Please allow me to introduce a little reality into this situation, because personnel in the military are under legal obligation to follow all lawful orders that they are given. And a please and a thank you are not required.
We've all had controlling ex-boyfriends. We know not to put up with that.
It's almost as if they're not understanding that it's not just men that are in positions of authority in the military.
Like, let's sit down and have a conversation about what you want and what I want, and we'll reach a happy medium. Because there's no way I'm doing what you want when you use that tone with me. You think you can push us around like you do with these men? Think again, baby. You're gonna learn some manners.
And I think one would learn very quickly that having a bad attitude and obvious problems with people in positions of authority wouldn't get one very far. But most importantly, the Uniform Code of Military Justice doesn't play.
Want to know the fastest way to turn your man into a roommate? Keep telling him no, and then you'll be wondering, why doesn't he initiate anymore? He doesn't seem attracted to me. Men aren't stupid, and the repeated rejection really hurts after a while. He eventually stops trying, even though he desperately wants it, yes. And then his attraction to you starts to unalive slowly. For a lot of men, that's how they get close to you. That's how they get validation from the relationship. It's not just physical for them. And that constant refusal tells him that you don't even want him. And yes, ladies, I understand there's medical conditions, something going on. Just have those honest conversations with him and then start working on addressing those things. And after a while, he might also start feeling like a burden completely. He might think he's annoying or even disgusting for wanting you like that, which no man should ever have to feel like that. And I mean, you want resentment? That's what you're getting too. And especially in a situation where you ask a lot from him in general, and maybe you don't even realize it anymore, you just take it for granted and you don't pay attention or notice, that makes everything worse. Because are you guys in a relationship or are you like business partners?
I have been noticing quite a lot of name calling lately. And no, it's not just because I've been called some very interesting terms lately. Oh, a couple of them are real doozies, I gotta say. But no, I've been seeing it running quite rampant all over not just social media, but the media as well. And it's quite unfortunate to see adults acting in such a manner, because that's not something that adults should be doing, I should think. At least not well-educated adults, at any rate. Because when a person resorts to name-calling, most of us are aware that that means that person has already lost the argument because they have nothing in form of a rebuttal prepared for what that person has said. They can't attack anything in the argument, so they attack the person directly. And unfortunately, that's usually a sign that they haven't been properly educated, not only in general, but especially in the subject matter in which they're trying to insult that person. So, yeah, let's cut out the name calling, because it makes a lot of individuals look quite bad.
That moment when you realize she's not actually your partner, she just sees you as the problem. She started keeping that ledger, noticing exactly everything that she does, and she's keeping score, expecting you to read her mind. If you loved me, you would just know. You can't even speak freely because she's trying to find any issue she can to spin your words or anything that she can use against you. And maybe she even criticizes you in front of family or friends, just subtle here and there, just to embarrass you or make you look bad. She tells you what your intentions actually were, even if she's completely wrong and you try to tell her that and she doesn't listen. All your past good deeds, erased, never happened. She conveniently forgot all of those, but she remembers every bad thing you've ever done. And your past mistakes become your entire personality for her. Conveniently though, she doesn't see herself in that light. She sees all the good things that she did for you, but conveniently forgets all the bad things she's done to you. And any past good deeds, bare minimum. She's constantly moving the goalposts. And if you need my help or more information, I do have a...
You know, a lot of these modern women will listen to people like Share 7, or they'll go get a matchmaker or a dating coach. A lot of these modern women will do it, but you don't really need a dating coach. You don't really even need a therapist. You need to buckle down and fix your problems and your issues. A dating coach or a therapist or a matchmaker, they're not going to be able to fix 15, 20 years of your bad decisions. A lot of these modern women walk into that office what they demands, and the dating coach is like stunned, shocked. Like, I mean, I want you as a client, but you're not going to be able to get, I'm not going to be able to find nobody for you. I'll take your money. Actually, dating coaches and matchmakers have started saying, I'm not going to even take your money. I can't find nobody for you. We don't have anybody in our database, and I'm not about to try to look for them.
Wait a goddamn minute. I do not talk about people's bodies. As somebody who has dealt with body image issues severely for the last 7 years, exactly what it's like to be on both spectrums, right? Too skinny, too fat, whatever. I don't talk about it. But today, you have brought me out of my cage, shell, whatever. You, ma'am, are no Eugenia Cooney, okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the point of this. I don't understand why you're crying over your son having a tubby girlfriend when you're kind of a tubby lumpkins yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the face. Hey, me too. Me too. Right now, I'm 157 pounds. I'm losing weight, but me too. See, the difference is I'm not doing the you're doing. So, by the way, these braces are closing my gap really fast. I just want to point that out. Okay, bye. That was a weird video. This whole thing was just weird. Should I post it? I'm gonna post it.
I just want you to remember that if your man had the opportunity to cheat, he would.
Nope. Maybe your man would. But I hate how these videos are painting it as, oh, men will cheat if they get the chance. No! Most men would not cheat. Most men have integrity. If they're not happy, they're gonna break up with you. And then they're gonna go date someone else. I am so sick of this. A woman gets cheated on and she starts making all these videos. Oh, men, all men cheat. Men. No. Maybe that makes you feel better about being cheated on in the moment. I'm sorry you went through that. It's terrible. No one should have to be cheated on. Men included, of course. But let's not normalize men cheating. Because most men would not. There are so many good men out there. And also, if you go into every relationship believing that they're gonna cheat on you, you're gonna act in ways that are just absolutely suffocating. You're gonna scare away a lot of the good men out there. And then also, men don't wanna feel like that they have to be punished for the actions of another person. And if you genuinely believe that all men cheat, that's ultimately what happens. You end up blaming him for something that maybe one of your exes did.
And detailed rejection, along with basically a report card of my performance on the date.
Charlotte also has charts. They're different than mine. You should follow her. This clip is from her podcast. It's about the unnecessary rejection text. I kinda, sorta, might have done one of these once. It's an embarrassing memory. You have to get experience somewhere. So in Charlotte's clip, there's a guy and a girl that go on a date, and there isn't really any connection, and then some time goes by, and the guy says, hey, by the way, here's what you did wrong on the date, and why I don't want to see you again, and the girl was confused, like, what the is that all about? And what it's most likely all about is this. He just wants to feel like he wasn't rejected. I once had a date from an app, and she showed up looking better than I thought, and all I had planned was a cheap coffee date and then a walk behind a Joanne Fabrics where there was a flower field growing. I thought it was poetic that something beautiful would grow behind something ugly. She was not impressed. Couple days went by, and I didn't say anything as bad as the guy in Charlotte's video. I just sort of said, hey, by the way, I don't think we're a match. I told myself it was for her in case she felt rejected, but it was really because I felt rejected. If you ever go on a boring date and then get a text like this, don't take it personal. It's not for you.
So my fiance wants to take a break. She has only been in long-term relationships and she's never had a period of being single before. So she wants this before she gets married.
I think deep down you already know. She wants to see what life is like without you. She wants a test. That way, if it's not as good, she can just come right back and act like that was part of the plan. But if it is better, or she finds somebody else, you're gonna be done. Don't ever, if a woman wants a break, just break up. And it doesn't matter if she's been in other relationships long term and she's never had a chance to be single. Her saying that just says that she doesn't know who she is without a man. So there's chances are she's not truly being herself because she doesn't know who she is. That's a red flag in itself. Which is weird because you can find yourself while being in a relationship. You can try new things. You just don't go to the bed with another man. And the thing is, she doesn't need to call a break. She could just bring up what she wants to try or learn. Oh, hey, you want to go take a painting class? I'm gonna go hiking with my friends. She can go out and do stuff. Dude, she's just saying that.
Am I the only one that's like this? Probably not. But when my husband is sick, he's been puking all night. Even if he has a cold, for some reason, the rage inside me is such a fiery rage. And I know there's nothing you can do about it to control it. But it just makes me so angry. It's so ridiculous that it makes me so angry. So he's been puking all night, so I slept on the couch because he like moans and groans. He's like noisy when he's sick.
If you guys have ever wondered what it looks like for a wife to hate her husband, this is what it looks like. Because, I'm sorry, what? He's been throwing up all night and you slept separate from him because of the noise that he was making? Instead of being worried that he was spiking a fever or choking on his own throw up or getting dehydrated? And like we all know that when men get sick, they are not good at taking care of themselves. They will just hammer through it. They will not hydrate. They will not take the medicine that they need to take. And look, it's not just a man thing. Like, it's hard. It's hard to want to feed yourself and hydrate yourself when you're feeling so terrible. So that's why it's so helpful to have somebody that cares about you. And when you marry someone, look, that is what you sign up for. You sign up for taking care of them when they are sick. With that being said, I think that we can all collectively just feel bad for this husband.
Why didn't you marry the man you chose to have a child with?
He wasn't good enough for me. What?
Okay, so what I need you to understand, on the open dating market, you come into the open dating market with a baby from a man you say wasn't good enough for you. To us, to men like myself, to men with good sense, that would says she is a poor judge of character because she gave a man the highest honor a woman can give any man on the planet, a child. And then she gave a man who wasn't good enough for her a baby. Sorry, ma'am. Don't get upset because
I agree with that. But I also want to say that I'm allowed to make poor judgments in my life because
you are. You are. But the world does not owe you understanding. First of all, your child is your least of your problems. And this is the kind of that goes on too often with women, black women in particular. Because you can get your up here and be emotional and talk loud. It's going to overcome the fact that you made a baby with a dude that you say ain't good enough. That's your problem. The world does not owe you understanding. And you sound like you need a whole lot of therapy. You can't make this shit up, people. I'm entitled to make mistakes. No. See, you ladies have been told that having a child is no big deal. And the reality is, it's a really big deal.
Some of these modern women, they talk about, and you know, it's really the audacity of a lot of these modern women to sit up here and talk about women never have a one who got away. That's men. With all of the good men that y'all be fumbling, with all of these videos on regretting divorce, with all of these videos talking about how you shouldn't have left a good man. He was great to me. He provided this, he provided that, but I wasn't happy with it. Come on, guys. Y'all sit up here doing the wrong thing. You know, at some point in time, modern women need to take accountability for how terrible they are in the dating market. Period. End of story. Even outside of the dating market, you are a terrible, you have terrible tendencies. You have terrible tendencies. And unless you say, I need to fix that. You're going to continue to do the same thing over and over again. And that's what men are trying to tell you. You're not as great as you think you are.
A good feminine woman is going to be a mirror for all the ways that that man lacks in his life. And a man that is not emotionally mature, a man that is not mature, period, intellectually, mentally, spiritually, that is going to be very confronting for him. So he's either going to do one of two things. He's going to push that good woman away because he's not willing to deal with the reflections of himself that he doesn't like, or he's going to say, it's time for me to evolve. It's time for me to change. It's time for me to grow. Let me see if I can actually do this.
So why do men take the route, oh, I'm gone? Why don't they sit in it and be like, I want to be better for myself and for this relationship?
Because, and to be honest, I think there are so many men that want to sit in it and they do not have the tools how.
What are the tools that they need?
How to sit inside of discomfort. Because think about it. A man is get the job done, get the job done, get the job done. There's no feel. It's all do, right? You don't have to be. Men in here, do you guys agree? Y'all have to do a job, do a job, do a job, do a job. No one is saying, okay, well, how did you feel about that job? What was your expectation of that job? Do you feel like you did a good job at the nobody's having those conversations. And now you get with a woman who's intuitive and emotionally sound, and she's asking those questions. So if you've never been asked the question, you don't ask a baby to do calculus and then get mad when they fail. You sit down with the baby and say, what's 1 + 1? This is what's 2 + 3. And eventually you go to what is the square root of pi, right? You eventually get there, but it's not going to happen overnight. Now, the thing is, are they willing? Because if you're not willing, you're wasting your time based off of what you may need.
It just sounds like we're mothering grown men.
No.
That's what it sounds
No.
like. It's exhausting.
No.
I want to share my thoughts on this chopped man epidemic thing. But here's the thing. The majority of men out there are not putting any effort into making themselves appear attractive to women. I can see people's attractiveness objectively, and even if I'm not personally attracted to them, I can recognize when someone is attractive.
Notice the excessive pecking. She's saying, believe me, even though she knows deep down that she wouldn't see these guys as so gross if it wasn't for the power imbalance caused by her own behavior. This one was political activism, and she knows she's full of it.
If watching families being ripped apart does not appeal to your humanity, let me try and appeal to you financially, because these mass ICE deportations are bad for the economy.
Isn't that the face of persuasion? Don't you want to believe everything she says? Here's one more real quick.
Men always complain that women are constantly nagging. Maybe she's not nagging, and it's just that you keep doing the same thing over and over again. A woman doesn't want to be in the position to act like your mother. Don't put yourself in the position to act like her child.
That's good advice in a relationship, but on a society-wide scale, you voted for equal, which makes you look at men like children. I don't know if you can do the math. Women have to respect men or they don't like us, and they are collectively removing the things that make them respect us. So the problems are not all men's fault. It's like every woman at once is saying, why do you have to breathe so loud? So you gotta watch body language. Bird hands doesn't always mean she's wrong, but it does mean she's talking down to you. Again, look how this doesn't match. Oh my God, you got the job. I'm so proud of you. The only way out of this mess is just don't listen to these lies anymore.
When's the last time you told your man, I can't do this without you? When was the last time you actually told a man that this don't work without you? Before you, I was lost in this. But now with you, I feel like something's possible. See, women today, you're afraid to be vulnerable, and that's feminine. And see, today we're going to talk about so many of you women who are fake feminine. See, fake feminine women cannot do these things long term. Fake feminine women are like psychopaths. Psychopaths with the dark triad. But psychopaths' major problem is they lack empathy. Fake feminine women pretend to be women. They'll wear dresses, heels, they'll wear Chanel and pearls and everything else, but when it gets right down to it, they're emotionally turned off. Click, the switch is gone. So when it comes to caring, interest, and affection, they fall flat. Long term, they do it in short chunks, short bits. And high value men, productive, competitive, successful men, men who are worth it, are in it for the marathon. And as soon as you drop, they see, you cared up until you got comfortable. You were interested until that. You showed affection until you had a deadline. I'm talking to somebody. Because ladies, affection is innately feminine. And the problem is most of you were raised by hard women who wanted to make you capable and tough and independent. But you were not taught because you didn't get the love. Your mama did this to you because of her issues with her men. Yeah, that's why you out here walking around with $100,000 worth of student loan debt and out here by yourself, as cute as you are, because you can't keep a man because you can't be caring, interest, and show affection.
How come they can literally never, ever, ever tell when we're flirting?
It is because when you are flirting and when you are trying to escape, you do the same things.
You can sit there and go, yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Their eyes are like so pretty. You're texting them, calling them handsome, laughing at all of their jokes.
Sometimes these behaviors are genuine. The smiles and the compliments and the giving us the phone number, sometimes they're genuine. And sometimes it is like a moth that has snake eyes on it. It's intended to make us think that you're being genuine so that you can escape. So when we see these behaviors, we can't assume that it means this, because we've done that before and sometimes it was this and that doesn't feel good. We know that these are defense mechanisms, okay? We know about that. You have to do those when you get into these situations. When the guy just goes, you like me now, sometimes you have to go, okay, ha ha ha. So you give out fake signals so that you can escape. When you like a guy and you're giving out real signals, he has to wonder if maybe they're fake because he has been this guy before. That's what you don't understand. When you like a guy, you can't imagine him being this guy. But we have all made this mistake of we see you do this and we go, oh, this girl must like me, and you really didn't. Imagine that there's a taco truck and you go and you say, I'll have one chicken taco and one, and the guy goes, we don't have any tacos, get away from me. And you go, what? But you're in a taco truck. And he goes, but I have to be in a taco truck or else people will get mad at me for parking here. And it's like, okay, are there tacos? Or like, if you got that treatment, you might become afraid to get tacos. So when you give us this treatment, we have to wonder, like, is this one of the fake taco truck times, or like, what's going on here?
A friendship that I have with the guy, and I know he likes me. So like in the beginning, I kind of led him. I didn't purposely lead him on, but now looking back on it, I did take advantage of the situation. We would go out on outings and he would just pay.
But let's be honest though. You say that I didn't intend to lead him on, and what he said, you know he was saying something because he wanted something.
He's the kind of person that is like a people pleaser, so he never really asks for anything.
So if you were a people pleaser and you were just to give up your time and attention or give up yourself to a man and he never asked, would he be wrong for taking it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he'd be wrong, but you're not?
You're right.
This is crazy because women are smart and you know that man wanted something from you. But if that's the case, ma'am, I just said if you were 350 pounds, 5'2" with 4 kids, would he be offering that to you? And you said no. So it's more than just he liked you. So I want you guys to understand that this is how most women think. If I know I'm not attracted to you and you know I'm not attracted to you and you let me take advantage of you, it's your fault. But if you take advantage of me, it's your fault. This is why I said men and women are not friends. Gentlemen, understand, these women are not your friends and they will use you if you let them. And they will justify it and make it your fault.
Do you think marriage advice should come from a married person?
Yes and no. And the reason why I say that is because what I'm never personally going to do as far as marriage goes, I'm never going to be like, oh, you don't need to be with that person. You need, I don't do that, right? Does it hurt? Does the information that I'm giving hurt you to incorporate listening better? Does it hurt you to incorporate learning the desires of your partner? Does it hurt you to incorporate loving that person the way they want to be loved? Does it hurt you to understand that your tone might sound a little bit crazy to a masculine man? Does it hurt you to be more assertive than aggressive? If it doesn't hurt, then take it, try it, see what works for you. I have been successful in relationships. I just haven't chosen to be married yet. So
That's
yes
true.
and no.
That's real.
That being said, I also feel like if you know someone that is happily married, yes, take their advice. Yes, absolutely hear what they have to say. And also, if you know someone that is unhappily married, take their advice too on what not to do, right?
This is true.
There are some people that have intuition and insight. I feel like there are some people that have experience and time. And I think that all of it could just help to increase your experience as someone that's dating or married if that's what you desire.
That's real. I love that answer. Because it's a lot of people that say single people shouldn't be giving marriage advice.
Show me your successful married people, and then we could talk.
I mean, I'm not the one who said it.
No, that's what I'm saying to these people.
I'm just saying, the way you said that, I didn't say that.
Even just in my family, everybody in my family's married. I come from I've seen it, I've seen what works. And so I'm really speaking from that more than anything. I'm not teaching this because I'm so smart. I'm teaching it because I learned through watching others.
And you lived it yourself.
Yeah.
I'm about to say something super controversial.
Yeah, me too.
There are no poses that smaller women can do that bigger women cannot do.
There might be a few.
Every pose looks good on everybody because you have a beautiful body. We are all beautiful just as we are. Sorry, I'm getting passionate.
That's okay. So beauty is part built into the universe, part built into the human brain, and part personal opinion. So when you say every woman is beautiful doing anything, it depends who you ask, because beauty is an interaction between perceivers and whoever is being perceived. So this is actually about boundaries, which is becoming kind of an issue. This is don't tell me what to feel. Let me start by saying you should like yourself and share the good things about you, but you also should be realistic about your feedback so you know what to change about you or where to go. You can't just tell people to like you. This is self-maximize. It's coming along really well. These arrows are how life works, and the numbers are how you work on your life. So when you say every woman is beautiful doing everything, you're first of all pressuring people to agree when they might not want to because you want to be accepted, and you're also missing out on feedback that could improve your life. So you show up looking a certain way and doing certain things, and people around you will perceive it and react to it, and that's your life. You don't have to say that appreciation of whatever you do is mandatory in order to like yourself. It's much better to take the appreciation that people want to give, and if it's not enough, then either change something or find other people. When you say all women are beautiful and someone says, I'm not so sure about that, and you go, yes, they are, you're not getting maximized results out of life, because even if you get them to say so, it's fake. It's great to think you're beautiful. That's going to go in the ego category. It's not great to tell others they have to agree. I don't appreciate being told what I like, especially when it's a requirement. So you should like who you are and be what you want, but be realistic about your feedback. You can't just say everyone accepts you. That might make you blind to the things that you might need to change. A lot of people are not getting what they want in life because they are showing up and doing things, and people are saying, oh, you're so great, even though they don't actually think so. And then you don't have the information you need to adjust your mentality. Also, it really sucks to be told you have to like something. We are reaching communist levels of pretending.
So what did we learn?
Well, hopefully we learned that you can be and do whatever you want, even if people don't applaud for you, and insisting that they should is a great way to never learn.
So many women want to talk about how men fake their entire personalities, but y'all never want to talk about the women that intentionally choose their baby daddies, knowing that they are going to have a paycheck afterwards if the relationship doesn't work out. Like, so you only picked that man as a sperm donor, knowing that he was going to be a good father, he was going to still pay your bills, he was going to do everything for those kids, and you never even really liked that man. All these women come online and talk about, oh, that man doesn't like you. What about all of the women that got with men that they never liked in the first place just to use them to get the kids that they wanted? So that woman that dumped your and is dating a guy nothing like you, and you're sitting back like, what the like, she never used to like going camping. She never used to like, going out to dinner. She never used to like doing all of the dumb that she's doing now. It's because she never liked your and she used you knowing that you were going to be a good father. So she never really had to step up and be the custodial parent or the default parent. Her basic job was to have a couple kids so she could still get your money, still get your paycheck, live comfortably off your income, and then still end up with the guy that she really wanted. But y'all never want to talk about that. Y'all want to blame it on these men that don't like their wives and he doesn't like you. Every other post on this app is so much about hating men and how your husband doesn't like you, but y'all never want to talk about the fact that you chose wrong in the beginning because you never liked that man and you were using him for resources and using him for what he could bring to the table and using him based on his fatherhood instinct and his want and need for like the picket fence lifestyle with children with you, and y'all took advantage of that man. Why as a society have we gotten so comfortable with pointing the finger at men? Like, oh, he's using her. Oh, he only wanted from her. Oh, like all the dumb that you hear on the day-to-day, but y'all never want to talk about the women that use these men for actual human beings and then exploit their children also through means of social media to get that bag, you know, and mommy influencers will simultaneously on their husbands, humiliating them, dumping their, taking everything from them, withholding the children, and then they're going to turn around and call it narcissistic. The entire time, she never liked that man. This was all part of the freaking plot to get everything that she wanted, the man that she wanted, the kids that she wanted, and the life that she wanted. But y'all are never going to be ready for that kind of conversation. Okay, bye.
A lot of these modern women continue to give Chad and Tyrone their best years. You're out there, you know, messing around with everybody, basically. Even if you don't sleep with the guy, you're out here messing with the guy in that man's face, allowing that man your time and attention. And the problem is, once they use your time and attention up, and eventually, even though you say you don't, you're out here messing around with these dudes multiple times, right? And like I like to say a lot of times, I'm not going to penalize you for one mistake, maybe not even two. But a lot of times, because, you know, I'll be honest with you, I be making mistakes too. I done some dumb stuff too. So it's only fair. But a lot of y'all keep on doing the same thing over and over again. And not only do you do it over and over again, you make it public so as to embarrass the man. And when the man mentions it, then you look at the man like he was wrong. And you call him insecure. And then that's my past, and you just accept me as I am. I'm a changed person now. Yeah, I'm sure, but you could have at least taken that stuff down. Well, that's a part of me, and that's who I am, and that's my journey. Take that crap down, man.